I saw in your book some lessons that you know, or some things that we should, for example, flag. You mentioned here the forgotten practices were the simple ones. Don't build your house in the woods, surrounded with open fields. But you mentioned it early in our conversation. This need for us to build these wildlife urban interfaces. I believe that's how we're building so close now to areas that are flammable that maybe one of the lessons is, hey, we shouldn't do that anymore. Do you think so, or what do you think of that?
Well, I think, Tatiana, that again, that's another half measure. And
Mhm.
honestly, given the actual state of the world right now, the fact that the Canadian fires have broken every record there is to break. There's a good 2 or 3 more months of fire season still to go. When you look at water temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico or off the coast of Ireland, when you look at the temperature in Rome yesterday, when you look at South Asia, these are killing heats. These are killing marine temperatures, killing air temperatures. What we really have to do is stop burning ASAP. And that is really the source. It's the source of our power, it's the source of our economy, it's also the source of the suffering that we are experiencing now and that we'll continue to experience. And I just feel like that's how dire things are right now. And we also need to understand that Darren Woods, the CEO of Exxon, has made it abundantly clear that he has no intention of stopping burning. He has said to the press, at the end of the day, we're not an electron company, we're a molecule company. What he's basically, molecules are the composing bits of petroleum. That's what he's referring to. We are not an energy, we're not going to go solar, we're not going to go green. We burn or petroleum molecules. That's what we do. And that's what they're going to do. And yet that is exactly what the world doesn't need right now. And so we really have to come out and say that and deal with that. And then going back to your reference to the WUI, the wildlife urban interface, post-war, a lot of us went back to the woods, and a third of new North American housing or American housing is built in the WUI, in this place where you've got a lovely cul-de-sac for scooters and basketball out front, but you got running trails through woodlands and parks out the back. And that's great. It's a beautiful place to live, but when it's on fire, it creates a seamless transition for the wildfire, for the forest fire to come right into your community. And what we've seen is that the modern house has an unbelievable number of petroleum products and flammable chemicals in it, and it burns almost like an incendiary bomb. I mean, that's basically what it is when you get it hot enough. And that's not how they're sold to us. That's not how we think of our homes, but that's what they turn into when you have a wildfire projecting 900-degree heat, Venusian, Venus temperatures. Then it becomes a firebomb. And so we need to protect ourselves from these massively powerful fires that are going to become more frequent in our lives. So one way to do that is maybe to build out of less combustible products, but also to build further from wildfire areas, wildfire prone areas, which is becoming more and more of the world. We don't think of Switzerland as a place that burns a lot. It's glaciers and snow and chocolate and milk, and it's lush and green. Well, they've got some really massive fires going right now. Greenland is a polar ice cap. Greenland had a wildfire in 2017. How is that even possible? So that's the new world we live in now. The things that we never thought would burn are going to burn, including Notre Dame and the Natural History Museum of Rio de Janeiro, of Brazil, and Rio de Janeiro, and the Jagger Library and South Africa. I think it's the University of Cape Town, maybe Johannesburg. These inviolable structures have become more flammable, but so have all our ecosystems. So, and there is a direct causal relationship. It is not incidental. It is not peripheral. It is direct. When you burn fossil fuels relentlessly for 150 years, as we have, you're going to have these impacts, and we have to retrench from that. We have to back off of that if we want to have remotely livable future. I mean, it's a really painful and kind of fascinating cultural conundrum.